jacket, boss. It's dark in here.
No shit, nigga.
Who the fuck hit me?
Batman, motherfucker!
Alright, y'all, this time around, gonna be talking about a 70s blaxploitation classic and follow-up to Enter the Dragon, Black Belt Jones, starring Jim Kelly. Now, this movie has kind of disappeared. Not many people talk about it, but at the time, when this dropped in 1974, this was a big deal. Okay, Enter the Dragon was a hit. Bruce Lee was a bona fide superstar, but unfortunately, he died. So they needed somebody to fill the void, and Jim Kelly was the second most popular character on Enter the Dragon besides Bruce. So Warner Brothers had the idea of, let's give Jim Kelly his own movie. It is the blaxploitation era. Those movies are making money right now, and he was a fan favorite to Enter the Dragon. So it's a no-brainer. So Black Belt Jones drops, and I guess it wasn't enough because Jim Kelly really didn't have a career after this. He did a couple of, I mean, this is a B movie, but he did some like B minus joints. He did some shit that's like below B movies, you know. Like Hot Potato and what's another one that he did? He did a Black Belt Jones too, but it went by another name. But this is like the main one that he's known for. So he plays an agent, okay, who kind of like Bruce in Enter the Dragon. You know, he goes on different cases trying to figure things out. This time he's going up against the mob, and there's a black mobster that's also that he's also going against. And you know, this movie is silly. It's it's not very good, but it's very entertaining. So I gave this to Anthony A. Perez. He's joining me in this video. By the way, we have our Tit for Tat series where we pick movies out for each other that we normally would not watch. So I laughed to myself when I picked this out for him because I knew he was going to shit on this because he's showing Enter the Dragon. You know, he's kind of shit on all my blaxploitation joints, but I get it. You know, they're acquired taste. And I know he was going to crucify this one the worst. By the way, before I forget, because you know I'm old, I will forget, subscribe to his channel, Anthony A. Perez. The link is in the description. He talks about movies like Myself, break them shits down to the fucking last Adam, Thanos style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I thought he was going to really dislike this, but, you know, without further ado, you know what? I'm not going to overtalk it. Perez, take the floor. What you think about Black Belt Jones?
What's going on, Rashad and all his viewers? Thank you so much, my friend, once again for having me here in another video. This time around to talk about Black Belt Jones, a film I had never heard of, but you had me check it out after we did Enter the Dragon together. Once again, starring Jim Kelly, this time in our leading role, and you told me in our Facebook chat that you didn't think I was going to like his performance in this one if I didn't like his performance in Enter the Dragon, and you're definitely right. Let me go ahead and start this off by saying that this is a terrible movie. As far as the story goes, as far as the dialogue, the characters, the acting, the ADR, it was just bad. Overall, as a movie, it's not a good movie. However, I've always said on my channel that the worst thing a movie can be is boring. And the last thing that this movie is, for me, was boring. I was thoroughly entertained from beginning to end, found it to be tons of fun, watched it with my fiance and with the Big Rob Theory, who was maybe going to make an appearance in this video, but I just decided to go with it. And yeah, you know, we all were just having a laugh. The movie is just so ridiculous. And what really kept this movie entertaining for me throughout were the bad moments of dialogue, were the bad performances, were those moments of action. The action in this movie, the consistent fight scenes were some of the funniest fight scenes that I've ever seen in a movie ever before. And quite frankly, I was engaged in every single one of those moments. There are so many moments when it comes to the action and the fighting that are so over the top, so overblown, but at the same time kind of feeling realistic that you can't help but have a lot of fun with it. I gotta say, this was a fun watch, and I really appreciate you, Rashad, for putting me onto a movie that I'd never heard of, that quite frankly going into it I thought was gonna be complete and utter trash, and walked away more entertained than I was with Enter the Dragon or a lot of the other films that are very similar to this that you've shown to me. I actually enjoyed this film more than Enter the Dragon. I think Enter the Dragon is a better film, but I think this one, without a doubt, was the more fun for me. The action, the acting, everything about it was so over the top and so silly, and the fight scenes were so overblown and just fun to watch that I just never found myself bored. I consistently was laughing, and by the time the movie was over, it just felt like it breezed by, and I was just thoroughly entertained throughout the entirety of the runtime, even if I thought the movie in and of itself was a bad movie. So again, a big thanks to Rashad for having me here in another video. Always a pleasure to be in another video. I look forward to what you have for me next, which I believe is Black Dynamite. And yeah, I really do appreciate you putting me on to these films from the 70s that I've never gotten around to checking out. I definitely appreciate you expanding my horizons when it comes to movies like this. And I'll go ahead and pass it back to you now, my friend. Thank you for putting me on to Black Belt Jones, a very fun movie, though it is very bad.
By the way, I feel like I just plagiarized that line. I'm not going to overtalk it. That's from Smoking and Grilling with AB. So if you watch this channel, yes, that's where I got that from. That's why I need to avoid watching a lot of YouTubers, because you can't help but sometimes plagiarize they shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just... So anyways, Perez, yeah. So I'm shocked. I am shocked, but then I'm not shocked, because yes, this is a very entertaining movie. Who cares about the plot? It's Jim Kelly kick. The movie starts out with Jim Kelly kicking ass. That opening montage, you know, ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum bum. Oi! You know, that signature oi that he does. And like I said, there's a method to my madness. There's a reason why I picked these movies out for you. So Into the Dragon, Black Belt Jones, Superfly leads up to now the next tit for tat movie, and that is Black Dynamite. That is next. I can't wait for you to check that one out, because I think when you watch Black Dynamite and haven't seen any of the blaxploitation joints, it's not as funny to you, because you're not going to get the different tropes and the different nuances and, you know, everything that these movies have. Like, you know, they really paid attention to detail with these blaxploitation movies and made a parody out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's hilarious. But if you haven't seen those movies, you can't appreciate it. You won't laugh as much. So that's why I picked these out for you. So now you know the history. You know how these movies go in the formula and their flaws. So when you watch Black Dynamite, you'll be like, oh, okay, I got that. Like Captain America, you know, I understood that. I got that. So yeah, fuck the plot. Jim Kelly's kicking ass, okay? And the sidekick chick, I forgot her name. Terrible actress. Probably the most cringeworthy scene in this movie, even though I love it. The most cringeworthy scene is when they're on the beach and he's trying to hook up with her, and she's playing hard to get. Like, she's making him chase her. So she's like, if you're gonna get this cookie, if you want to get this cookie, you gotta take it. So she's pretty much telling him to take it from her, which now you get canceled with the quickness for that. So that part was real cringeworthy. It was just bad acting, and, you know, he doesn't make it any better, you know what I mean? Because if you put a bad actor with a bad actor, you know, you're just going to get a big pile of shit. You know, sometimes you have to put a really seasoned actor with a bad actor to make them look kind of good, and she made Jim Kelly look even worse. So she's like, yeah, if I give you some of this cookie might kill you. He's like, you know what? Now I'm really mad. And the problem I have with this movie also is there's like no main bad guy that he has to fight at the end. Like with most of these kung fu movies, with martial arts movies, there's always a big baddie to fight at the end. And there's no big baddie. It's just scene after scene of him fighting multiple people at one time, kicking the shit out of them. And then the last scene, there looks like some kind of car wash with his bubbles and suds and shit, and he's just beating everybody up. There was like really no competition, nobody that can really fuck with him and make you think that, okay, maybe he can lose this fight. There was never that. So that's one of the problems I had with it, and the bad acting. But overall, like Perez said, this is a very entertaining movie, you know, and it's better when you're drunk. And Perez, I know you smoke, so I know if you and Rob hit the blunt or the bong, I know you got a bang out of this movie, man. So wrapping this up, I give Black Belt Jones a B+, cheesy as hell, terrible acting, but man, some kick-ass fight choreography. Jim Kelly had a screen presence about him. It's a shame that his career didn't go further, but when you see his acting ability, you see why. But rest in peace. So Jim Kelly, he passed away about a few years ago. You know, he's no longer with us, but a legend forever. You know, video games have copied it. Cartoons have copied, you know, the signature afro, the kung fu, the oi. That's all Jim Kelly, man. Put some respect on his name. So with that being said, yeah, what do you guys think about Black Belt Jones? Comment freely below. Perez, thank you for joining me in this video, bro. And looking forward to the next one. And once again, the link is in the description to his channel, Anthony A. Perez. And that's it, and that's all. So if you like and dig this content, comment freely. Damn, I said that already. I'm fucking up. You know, I'm leaving it in there. I'm leaving it in there, you know, flaws and all. Link in the description, comment freely below. If you like and did the content, hit that like and subscribe. Notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.